Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another handful of random polyhedral dice, and more For Against Darkness. Indeed, last time we were playing, this group of individuals, which is to say, Sloggo, the warrior, Blarg, the troll, Bugface McGee, what's his name? Warwick, the cleric, and Spilt, the dwarf, were all inside still this new labyrinth in the labyrinth, two uses of the same word, of Undermarb. Now, Undermarb is a strange and different place. It is a literal infinite dungeon. It is largely undifferentiated space, and they have carved out this area. They are in room number 6. They have been that far. I am also, because of the way Undermarb is, introducing a new rule that starting at room 5, which we're in room 6 now, to determine if you're going to come up against the boss, you roll a d20. As long as you roll above that room number, no boss. You roll below the room number, the next room is the dungeon boss. Because Undermarb is a literal infinite dungeon. And as soon as these people leave this dungeon, this door right here will not lead to this place. It will be entirely new. So we have these characters that have been through this dungeon. I have this number of minion groups we have battled, not a ton. As soon as we get 10 minions or one boss, then we get an experience roll. Hey, and someone could level up. That would be pretty bloody handy, I think. So, we have our characters, Sloggo, Blarg, Warwick, and Spilt. We are in room number 6, and we're going to go into room 7, which means we need to roll a 7 or higher on the d20 for it not to be the boss. I'm hoping it's not the boss, because we're only less than 3 minutes into this. Okay, so first thing first. Oh, I also made my cheat sheet because I discovered something else. I have to remember to roll for his troll stupidity. I always forget to do that. And also, when you are defending, 1 is always a failure, and 6 is always a success. So you can screw up, no matter how powerful you are, and no matter how weak, you can have a chance of defending. So that's good. You know, so hopefully I'll remember to look onto the cheat sheet so that I will be doing things at least semi-right. Once again, remembering the point of gaming like this is not to be overly pedantic about the rules, it's to have fun. And if you miss rules, as long as you come back up against them and want to use them because that adds to the fun, then you're good. So thumbs up on that. So first things first, everybody has rested as much as they're ever going to rest. And good old Blarg here is definitely the person that should be out front, except they are so intensely stupid that's a bad idea, because they regenerate damage just so well. These ones are the dice for the characters. These ones are the random dice. We are going to first, after I put them in there, I take them out. We are going to first see if this room 7 is a boss room. I'm going to cheat because we're going to start at room 10. I don't want to start off this thing with a boss fight. So you go away for a minute. It is a regular room that we are going to be going into. So first things first, we're going to discover what type of room it is. We roll the roll D66 for the room, and then 2d6 on the room contents table. I have in the past been zooming in when I draw stuff or write, but my camera is just, it's a regular standard definition PlayStation 4 camera, and it's just not very good when I zoom in, so I'm going to be zooming in on dice and bringing this stuff up this way, because if I just use the digital zoom, it looks awful. So we're going to be doing that from this point onward. So for right now, we're going to roll and see the room type with 10s and 1s. That's a 45. Oh, it's right there. That was easy. Oh, I forgot to say which room we were going into. You know what? We might as well. We're going to go through this door right here. So that's where we do. That's where we do. That's what we have done, and we've checked to see what the other room is, which is that sort of crissy-crossy shape, the one off to the left, and, well, the bottom and right only have 2 squares, up and left have 3. So that's a 2 square, a 2 square, a 3 square, and a 3 square. This is room 7, even though it's a corridor. So there we go. That's where we are on this dungeon here. I mean, not dungeon, that room segment. Of course, I don't think you should roll for like room contents, but I'm foolish. I mean, you should, but differently. I could be thinking of a different game. ADHD is fun. So, we're going to roll for the room contents then, to see what we are. We are in a corridor. There's always the possibility of just finding treasure. That's a good thing. If you roll the snake eyes, you just go straight to the dungeon table. Okay, corridor, dungeon table, treasure table. Okay, that's an 8, and an 8, it is empty, but you can search. So you know what? We're just going to search immediately. And when you're in a corridor, you subtract 1 for the searching thing. So we roll. So, well, it's a 1. Wandering monsters attack, and they attack from behind. But we are in a corridor, crossroads, and standard things is Blarg is here, and then the others take point in the other parts of the corridor. Because wandering monsters attack from behind, they come up here, and they're going to attack Blarg. So Blarg is going to be the only one that can fight. Oy vey. Okay, let us take a look on the nasty things table. I don't have as a cheat sheet thing, but we roll here and it tells us what table to go on to, whether it's vermin or minions or weird or boss. It could be any of these things. So let us see what we're fighting against. 1, it's vermin. We're just fighting against vermin. Some vermin came up behind us, and now we're going to have Blarg kill and eat them. Wait, he's a troll. He'll do that. I have decided the rest of my characters probably do not gauge in the consumption of intelligent beings after they've been murdered. Probably. Definitely not human characters. Probably. Okay, where did I have the... They're right here. Okay, on the vermin table. D6, find out what we have. I like the roll the red ones. Blood red for, 3 on the vermin table. 2d6 goblin swarmlings. Holy smokes. Okay. It's just the fact that there's 2d6 of them that I don't like. And they're all going to be attacking Blarg until they're all gone. Oh, and I got to roll for Blarg's stupidity too. So, we have room 7 over here. Let's see how many goblin swarmlings we have. 6. Now, let's also do reactions before we do anything. 1, they flee. 2 to 3 flee if outnumbered. 4, bribe. 5 to 6, fight. It's 4. I could give them, it would be 300 goblin swarmlings. I mean, gold for them. I can't pay that. I don't have that. We don't have any coin yet. So I have 6 goblin swarmlings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We put that line right there because at the line, that is when we roll for their morale, because they might break and run. They are level 3. They are treasure -1. And, oh, morale -1. Okay. And morale -1. That's when we roll to see if they're going to break when we're in combat. So that's not bad right there. Alrighty then, bring out the character sheets. And once again, if I bonk into these things on the side, I have a green screen stand over there, a box on a hamster cage over there, a stick between the two of them, and then my PlayStation camera just dangling from the stick. It's a carpeted floor, and if I move around and things move around, you'll see the camera bounce around. My apologies. Alrighty, so we have all of these. Blarg is going to attack first, I believe. And when Blarg attacks, these are level 3, so I have to... Oh boy, Blarg. Poor Blarg, you're the light blue one. Well, he's +2. The trait with his weapon, well, his weapon and then his trait, and then there's altogether +2. So he is going to attack these level 3 gobble swarmlings, and I just have to meet or break their level number of 3. So let us see. 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 2 of them I wiped out. Son of a gun, I like that. And then you ignore the extra, the remainder. That's 2 of them gone, wiped out by Blarg. 1 more and we'll have to roll for morale. My apologies. Now I roll for defense. I have +2 and I have to roll above, well, I've got to break their 3, so it's got to be 4 or more, but I still add 2 to the die roll, which is 3, 4, 5. I have to beat a 3. Bingo. Success. No damage. So I'm going to make my attack roll, which is, I think, a good thing. I bet I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Okay, that was a 5. That breaks it by, well, it doesn't break. Was I defending? I honestly can't remember. No, that was my... Okay, they attacked me. I'm going to attack them. That was the 3 that I just rolled, right? We're going to redo that. I love ADHD. 2, 3, 4. That kills 1 of them immediately. Drop the remainder. Now I roll for morale. More than half, make a morale. Roll d6 for the whole group. 3 or less, they flee. 4 or more, they stay and fight. Okay, I wiped them out. So, I mean, half of them. They are morale -1. So I make my morale roll. Well, they roll a 1, which is less than 3. I'll break and run. Now, normally, if they were minions, I would still get the success of writing down minions on my monsters killed list. But they're vermin, you get jack all. But I do get treasure. They are treasure -1. Even if they run away, you still get the treasures for these awful, awful creatures. So let us check the treasure table for the gobos wiped out. We subtract 1. That's a 2, which is this 2d6 gold pieces. Let's see how much gold we have. 8. What? 8 gold coins? You know what? Spilt here, being the greedy, greedy weasel face of a dwarf. Okay. Not a weasel face. I have nothing against dwarves. I don't know why I decided to call Spilt a weasel face. My sincere apologies to everybody who likes dwarf characters in their fantasy. I don't know why I called him a weasel face. He is not a weasel face. So we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot more than I have room for, but that's fine. Spilt is carrying 13 gold coins. Not bad for a dwarf, I mean, considering. Now we check out the rest of the room. Where did I put that one? This is the guide. We were on 8, empty but can search. So we are going to search. We did that part, right? Right. That's why we had the vermin. And we did search. And that's why we came up with the wandering creatures that came up and attacked Blarg and then ran away when Blarg attacked some of them. And I forgot to do this. I forgot to make the stupidity roll for the troll. So, roll d20 on the stupidity table. We're re-rolling this one, not re-rolling, rolling it because, what did I do with the d20? I forgot to do this. Let's see what he would have done. What would have Blarg done? 8, idle. Really? Just sits on the ground doing nothing. And the troll will not attack. And then the troll would have gotten up. And then the troll would have killed the rest of them like everything just occurred. It's just that the troll would have taken some damage. So let's say Blarg here took 2 points of damage. Blarg was not injured by fire. And because Blarg was not injured by fire, Blarg just instantly recovers all of the lost hit points due to just sitting around idly. So, I just figured that one out, and I role-played it. Very, very cool. Okay, so I didn't mess it up by forgetting to do the troll. I'm glad. I much prefer not forgetting the rules. I have, like I've mentioned, severe ADHD, and my Windows machine just made a loud noise to tell me it's going to restart after active hours. Well, thank you, Windows. Okay. Anyway, I think I was talking about severe ADHD. Okay, I'm easily distracted. So, now that we have done that room sincerely, we are going to go through what the heck, because it's going to match up with this one, and if not, we'll make it match up. We're going to go through this corridor right here into room 8. Because that's room 8, well, we're waiting until room 10 or more to roll for dungeon boss. So let's just roll 2d6 to find out what the room is. Well, d66. Oh! Well, it's from a corridor. Okay, had it been in a room, it would have been a dragon lair. But we are in a corridor. We are in a corridor. So what we're coming up with here is just empty, but we can search. And that's 66. So let's find out what a 66 is. Aside from a room, I knew that much. Okay, that's a funny looking thing. And let's see how it would fit if we wedge it in over here. It doesn't really, but you know what? If we flip it on its other edge so it's turned this direction, we come over with it's gonna be a more weird shaped thing. It's gonna be less than it was. And it's going to go corridor, and then over, and then down, and then that's just going to go down and over. So, yeah, it's going to have a door here, and then that is actually going to be revealed to have been a door here, and then this is just a corridor area into room 8. So we have an 8 over here, just in case there's anything at all. Okay, we are doing well so far. That is an 8. No, that was room 8, but that was 12. Empty can search. Well, searching has proved to be such a wonderful idea so far. We're going to do it again. We are in a room now, so we are just going to roll to see what we find. 4. room or corridor is empty. It's a room, we don't subtract. Even if we did, that would still be a 2 through 4 is empty. So we did fine. There is nothing at all in that room. It's not a waste of undifferentiated space, because there's no way to waste space. It just exists or it does not. Okay, put those in there so we don't lose them. Okay. I don't want to go too far over in this direction where I've been going, because I'm going to run up against that edge of the paper. So we're actually going to wander our way back down here, and we're going to come to this door right off room 2. We're going to open that door and find out what we find in here. So now that I went through all that trouble of keeping them together so I wouldn't lose them. Okay, so we are in a room, and that is a 5. Empty. Roll D6 on the special feature table. Well, that's interesting. Okay, first thing is a special feature table. Did I roll for the room yet? No. What am I even doing? I'm going to start over again because I have to open up that door first. What room is this? 56. Okay. 56 is just a big room-shaped room. This actually comes out for, I know, room-shaped room. I am intelligent, am I not? Please, be kind. And then comes up 2, and then over 3, and then it just meets over here in the twain. They say ne'er the twain shall meet, but here the twain has met, and it is, in fact, us. Okay, that was room 8, so this is room 9. 9. Now we roll to see what is in the room. Maybe something, maybe nothing. This is 8. Oh, well, again, it's a... Oh, roll D6 on the minions table. Oh, hokey smokes. Okay. We got minions in here. Room 9, there's minions. Let us find the minions table.